welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, I know it's been a whole while since I had a sit down, and that's what I'm bringing you right now. Today, we're going to experience a day in the life of a young Kenyan entrepreneur who has been trending on social media for good reasons, you know, and we're going to see what life has, and we're going to experience what it feels like to be loved and hated by the entire world in equal measure. And our guest today is one and only, drum roll. Hello, Khalif Kairo.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Thanks for having me on set.
Thank you so much for also joining us on today's episode, and welcome to my YouTube channel.
Asante.
Now, to those who are watching this channel for the first time, do you mind if you just tell them who you are, where you're from, and yeah.
My name is Khalif Kairo. Real name Joseph Kairo. I'm a Kenyan businessman. I sell cars and I sell planes. I'm also a pilot. I'm the founder of Karo.com, which is the biggest used car sales platform in Kenya. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I also run a startup called Jetman Global, mm-hmm. which is an aircraft sales and rentals company.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Recently, I saw one post on your Instagram. You are trying to get investors to get on board with the jet lag. Could you just tell us more about that?
I mean, we've been trying to raise funding mostly for our car sales company. Mm-hmm. It's grown really fast. I mean, we've gone from having no users maybe 1.5 years ago, mm-hmm. to having around 1.2 million annual users, 15 million website views, and we sell quite a number of cars. So the business is really growing. Mm-hmm. You know, as businesses expand, of course, you're going to have cash flow issues, mm-hmm. Because when a product becomes very popular, you need to have a lot of resources to be able to bolster it, and to offer excellent service to you, to your clientele. So we've been doing a funds. We've been working on raising a couple of funds. Mm-hmm. Yeah, mostly at this particular point for the car sales company. But we also open to investors even in the aircraft business. But we'll be opening that up probably later in the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now that you've mentioned also about your car business, I know a bit of your background. You were raised in Nairobi.
Yeah.
You went to school in Kawangware. Do you think at some point your school life has an influence in your business life or your life just generally?
Yeah, it does. I went to a school that was owned by American missionaries. Mm-hmm. So I mean, they played a huge role in how I see the world. Mm-hmm. I read a lot of books. I think by class 8 I read like 3 encyclopedias on world history.
Wow.
There are these A, B, C, D encyclopedias. By again class 7 I read, I think, most of them. Mm-hmm. And I credit those missionaries. That's the Missions of Mercy. Yeah. And there's World Hope. Uh-huh. The World Hope Church in Kawangware used to bring a lot of missionaries. Mm-hmm. Shout out to a guy called Dr. Jani. He played a very huge role. So those people shaped the world for me. Mm-hmm. So apart from the Kenyan system, I had a bit of exposure to how the world works on a global scale through books. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I mean, do you mean like the education system by the missionary is different from what you could have studied in the Kenyan system?
I did the 844 system, mm-hmm. but the missionaries availed a lot of reading material.
Okay.
Because we get a lot of donated books from the US. Like our school library had a lot of one of those. I remember my mom even scolding me at one point, asking me, "Why are you reading these books? You should be reading science, geography." Mm-hmm. But I took a fascination for reading, all these world history books, encyclopedias. Your encyclopedias are very random.
Yeah.
So you can compare zile encyclopedias are A. There are those ones that had A, and then they're like aircraft
A to Z.
A to Z. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So there's a whole encyclopedia for words starting with A. I read almost all of them by the time I was getting to class 8. Mm-hmm. So those guys like played a role. But at the same moment, I was still doing my normal. So 9 to 5, Kenyan system. Mm-hmm. During my free time, I'm reading books about George Washington. So it did play a role.
So like from your last encyclopedia, what was your favorite word?
Aircraft.
Air
Force.
Uh-huh.
By class 7, I could tell you how the American military, for instance, classifies the aircraft.
Okay.
A for attack, mm-hmm. B for bomber, A for fighter. Like I knew so much random stuff by the time I was class 7. Yeah, so I mean those guys played a huge role. Very interesting. Come to think about it, like books give you some sort of open door to the world. Yeah. If you can't travel, you're there in the ghetto, but by just reading books, you're able to learn about random stuff, how planes work, how mm-hmm. engines work, which is the fastest plane on earth. I mean, these are things you'd never learn
In the normal system.
in the normal system, yeah.
I mean, you'd learn them, but maybe at some point in life, maybe when you go to the university and you take that course, exactly that course,
Yeah.
So mentioning aircraft and all, is that where your passion for piloting and aircraft stuff started?
My passion for aircraft started way back in I think when I was in nursery school. We went on one of those trips to Wilson Airport. Then sometime around 2003, 2004, there was a guy called TID. I think he was still around. That guy Dom passed in my interview. You know, very funny chap. TID did a song called Siamini. That video.
Oh, Siamini.
Kama tuko, man. That video, anakuanga na dem, and you know they're flying inside the cockpit.
Yeah.
And you know he takes the control kidogo. And I saw that video as a young boy, and I was like, damn, I think I want to be a pilot. And I mean, it really just stuck with me.
Okay.
Yeah, at one point I was ready to be a lawyer, but the piloting thing always stuck with me. Yeah.
Are you a Gen Z? Because you're mentioning some old vibe music. Are you Gen Z or millennial?
I'm that generation that stuck in between. Because I think, according to some people, the millennials ended in 1995 or 1996. That's why the Gen Z that starts in 95 or 96, depending on who you ask.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, based on the interpretations I've seen online. But there's a certain group of us who are born in 95 and 96. We swing both ways. Like, kama mimi, I can relate with a lot of millennial stuff because I grew in that transition. I mean, when I was growing up as a little boy, we were using telecom, you know, to make calls. Remember going to the booth, unaweka 10 shillings, unasikiza unaanza kusikia calls za watu wengine. I remember seeing those struggles. I was old enough when my mom bought an Alcatel phone for like 10 Gs in 2002. We're using all our savings. Like when Safaricom ilikuwa imeanza, kitambo SIM cards used to come in a can. So we saw all those things.
Yeah, the black pouch.
The pouch came in 2005. I think you're probably younger than me.
Kweli?
I think so. Before then, they used to come in a mkebe.
I never got to experience that.
Mkebe
I promise you.
Mkebe ni 202, no 203 actually hapo. Yeah. So I think I've experienced both sides. Again, I accessed a computer first time in my life, 2004. I was already playing games, Need for Speed, you know. So I belong to a very interesting generation. We saw the old millennial life. And we were still old enough to see the change when Kibaki came into power. That's when I was going into class 1. So I think I relate with both generations. Okay. Yeah, even when I work, I can hang out with millennials easily, and I can hang out with Gen Z guys easily. Yeah. So it's just in between. Yeah.
What did you study in school?
I joined campus at Z-Tech, but I dropped out.
Z-Tech, okay.
I was doing business administration. Then I dropped out, and I dropped out to sell cars, but I did go back to school. Yeah. In 2019, I recently finished my commercial pilot's license. Yeah. So the physical license is not yet out, but I'm done with school. Baksha too, maybe like 10 more hours of practice. Then I do what we call a theory, a practical exam, which is like 1 hour. Then I get the license. So I'm done with school. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm already done with school. So I did piloting and a bit of BA. So I dropped out from college. Okay. Yeah, but I went back to flight school. I think I just like flying more.
Yeah, I've seen you fly quite a lot, and people talk about it, and you've been called names, Rubani and all, and it's interesting to see that you've been in the limelight for the longest time. You've been trending. Sometimes you trend for, I think you trend for good reasons. Either way, it's best for you. How do you handle that publicity?
I mean, just take it easy. Just be yourself. I don't fake. That's what I tell guys. Me don't fake. I show my life in both lights. You'll see me on a do this sometimes. Another times you'll see me reviewing a Ferrari. Another time you'll see me flying. Some other day utaniona tu niko kwa Uber tunapiga story na mtu Uber. So I'm just a regular guy. I'm not a celebrity. In the sense that I'm a celebrity because a lot of people know me. A lot of people, go somewhere, people respect you, people like you. Others hate you, which is fine. But deep down, it doesn't go into my head. I wouldn't say I'm a proud person. No. Like, I'm a very easy guy. You'll meet me in the streets. Nikifanya tu vitu zangu. It doesn't go into my head. I don't expect to be treated differently. Just a regular guy.
Okay, so Karo Motors is a very famous company. We all know about it. If you don't know about it, maybe just type it on and just check it out. Now, can you tell us a bit of it? Like, what inspired Kairo?
Kairo, we founded in 2022, tail end of 2022. Initially, when I founded Karo, it was supposed to sell parts from Dubai, actually.
Okay.
But along the way, I decided to go into cars. Initially, I was in another company. We had a partnership, but we had a fallout with my partner. So I resigned, ceded my shareholding, left everything behind, started Karo from scratch. Kairo, Kai means Cairo. Karo means Caroline. So my grandmother was Cairo. My grandfather was Cairo.
Okay.
My grandmother was Carolina, very precise. So Kai and Karo. It's a family business. I mean, it's more of a family business. You won't see my mom and my sibling. My sibling is called Caroline, by the way.
Oh, wow.
So it's Cairo and Caroline.
So it's a family affair.
I mean, it's a family affair. Yeah, but then they don't run it. They're not business people, but they support me. So we just run it as a family business. And God has been very graceful to us. He's extended a lot of masses. We've built a very good website.
Yeah.
We get a lot of traffic, and we're trying to scale it up. Few challenges here and there, but generally speaking, we're just out here trying to make it work. Yeah.
I mean, like, talking about challenges. Before I ask you the question about challenges, where do you come from? Like, where exactly in Kenya? Because I've always thought you are from the Somali community.
Oh, from the Somali. I get that.
Even looking at your hair, your facial structure, and all. So, are you from the Somali community?
No, I'm not Somali. I'm Kikuyu.
Pure Kikuyu?
I wouldn't know.
Okay.
You know Kenyans. Mambo ya Kenya sometimes it can be tricky. But well, I have Kikuyu names.
Okay.
Joseph Kairo Wamboi. I use my mother's name.
And Khalif?
Khalif is a nickname because people thought I was Somali in high school, so they called me. Someone gave me the nickname, and it stuck. And I thought, this is a nice name. Khalif means leader, if I'm not wrong, in Arabic. Sorry.
It's fine.
So I was like, why not?
All right, I think you should dig deeper into your Somali roots, for sure.
Most likely.
Anyway,
Maybe niko na relatives huko Isli.
I think you do. For it, I saw one photo that you took with is it not Nurdin? There's this
Ahmed Nasir. The grandmother.
Yeah, Jamal. The other one you took with Jamal. Like, but you look like you come from the same ethnic group.
Funny thing, Somalis really support me.
Wow.
Maybe I'm actually one of their own. I think I'll dig deep.
Yeah, I think you should find out.
And find out, yeah.
Anyways, take us through some of the challenges that Kai and Cairo has faced in the recent past.
Like right now, we are in the middle of a storm. Quite a lot of bad publicity. We've delayed delivery of some cars.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been called all sorts of names, but the truth of the matter is we're just having challenges as a company.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes cash flow projections don't always work out, and it can impact your effectiveness as a business. But it's the reason I'm in Dubai, trying to explore options here.
Yeah.
Meet a couple of investors, bankers, just try and find a way out to resolve the current issues we are facing. Then there's also the downturn in the Kenyan economy. Things haven't been very good. A lot of guys don't buy cars as they used to do.
Yeah.
I mean, this is based on data from even government agencies. You see, like, even in the new car industry, you'll see that they're saying their numbers are down, imports are down, bank loans, kidogo, they're also down. So it's been negatively impacting the business, but we're not giving up, we're not shutting down, we're not running away from Kenya.
Yeah.
We are going to look for solutions. When we're going to build our country, I mean, we'll expand beyond Kenya, that's for sure. But the Kenyan operation is where we started, so we are still giving it quite a lot of priority.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, mentioning about the investors, have you met any so far in Dubai?
Yeah, I have a lot of good contacts in Dubai.
Wow.
After all this publicity, I've got a lot of calls even from them. They're like, hey, what's up? Kuja, come, let's align on a couple of things. So I've met quite a number of people here in Dubai, and I can confidently say that a lot of good things are coming.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of good things.
Wow.
A lot of good things are coming, and God has opened a lot of crazy doors. That I mean, sometimes these challenges are good. Number one, they make you think outside the box.
Yeah.
They strengthen you. We also learn. We also made mistakes, so we learned our lessons. And going forward, I think you're going to build one of the biggest used car sales platforms in Africa, if not the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, 60. Well, at the moment you are trending, and I admire the fact that you're taking this really positively, and you didn't back off. I see you still, updating us on Instagram, updating us on X on the new developments, and you're not shying off. So can you just tell us, how have you been able to deal with this, considering you're in the public space and a lot is happening right now?
I mean, give me any great founder. Which are the biggest companies on earth right now? Just think of three.
Apple,
Microsoft. Good. Let's start with Apple. Steve Jobs almost went bankrupt in 95, 96. They had to take a 15 billion loan from Microsoft, funny enough. So the first company Bill Gates started actually shut down. And in their early years, they faced a lot of strife in terms of raising funding. That one, Tesla almost went bankrupt twice.
Wow.
In fact, Tesla was sued very many times for delaying delivery of cars. 2008, during the economic downturn, Elon was begging for rent money from his friends. He was literally borrowing or staying at friends' houses. And he was going through a divorce. Elon, the great Elon Musk, they did a couple of launches that year. All the money Elon made in PayPal, the story goes, he put it in Tesla. But by the end of 2008, they were out of cash. In 2017, again, during the production of I think was it the Tesla Model 3 or something. Again, they were very close to bankruptcy. What am I trying to tell you? The moment you appreciate you're a businessman and you're taking risks, and you're building a great product, once in a while you will get such challenges. These challenges are just a stamp. This is how I view it. A lot of guys in Kenya are like, oh, ameisha, nini, he's gone broke, nini. But me just look at them as a stamp. There's an investor or a banker somewhere who's watching keenly. He's like, how is Kairo going to maneuver himself out of this situation? And I can tell you for a fact, once we are out of this storm, crazy doors are going to open. Crazy doors are going to open. You understand? So such things happen. And there's no single business that is smooth. I've been doing business for 10 years. I founded my first a very small briefcase company. It was called Drive Tech. I used to ship car accessories from China. It failed. But I was making money, but it failed. So as you progress with business, you come to understand that all the greats, all the people who came before you have had to go through certain sort of challenges. So you never give up. Stay positive. What's the worst can happen? Like in my case, I mean, I've been trolled, I even got arrested, I slept in a cell. I think in January I slept cumulatively 7 days in a cell. Did I die? You understand? But every time I sleep, I'm always telling myself, now, we did make a couple of mistakes. How do we prevent this situation from happening? You understand? So you take it as a learning curve. You understand? It's not the end of life. Now I can't go and go into depression and kill myself. Just stay positive, learn through it, and that's why now I'm in Dubai.
It's fine.
So you just keep moving, ride the wave, and just stay positive and trust God. That's the most important thing. Forget about easy vitu. Put your trust in God, provided you know that you're not doing anything illegal. The problem comes when you sit down and you come up with a way and you say, I'm going to steal from 10 people. But if you have a proven track record, you're doing a good job, you're serving the public well, such challenges will come, deal with them, and just keep moving. I
mean, that's the true spirit of an entrepreneur, and I'm sure a lot of people are out here admiring you. As much as let me put myself in that, we are bashing you left, right, and center regarding whatever is happening. I'm sure there are thousands of people who are also getting to learn a lot from you, especially the comeback. And talking about comeback, I'm sure out of this entire scenario, you probably have lost a lot, and in terms of your resources, even the investors, and you're still looking for more investors. What's the plan? How are you planning to rebuild this trust moving forward?
Top of my priority right now is sorting out all clients whose orders are still pending. We've not delivered these orders. 90% of those cars are in Mombasa, so we are working day and night to resolve that impasse, and we will do it. There's no doubt about that. So once we do that, we'll seek to raise a lot of money for the company to bolster our money reserves, so that a similar situation does not occur. And at every step of the way, we are going to keep our audience briefed. We are going to tell them, look, this is tuko hapa, leo tume deliver easy, kesho tuna deliver easy. Now once everything settles, we will again come back to them and ask for business. It's normal. I want people to see that much as we've been a very successful company, we've had a very good run, we still have the capability to handle storms, and we won't fold. I think that should inspire more confidence. That should
be the message out there.
That should be the message, that we can go through storms. But even if we're going through storms, we are being bashed left, right, and center. There's also a big element of sabotage. We work so hard, and we have a God who's bigger than all this, that will ensure that not a single client's coin is lost. And once everything settles, again, I'll do another space on Twitter, and I'll tell people, we've settled everything. We don't owe anybody any money, and we've cleared all our cases, and we'll keep moving.
And the fact that you always come to the public to update what's happening. I mean, now we've settled the debt. Now we have been arrested. Now can you guys contribute? I need to get out of. You asked for help from Kenyans. You asked them for help, and people had different reactions. There were comments thrown left, right, and center about some comments that you made earlier on about I own this and I can pay with this. And some people came through for you. They were like, you know what, a man falls down. When a man falls down, you don't leave them down there. You pick them up, and how does that make you feel? That both sides of the public's reaction. Do
you know why we are very successful as a company? It's because we have the goodwill of the public.
Okay.
There comes a point in time when you realize that the forces that are fighting you need to understand that you have the backing of the public.
Yeah.
You understand? That's why I put out a pay bill. Because this company has been in business because of the public. I didn't put my own personal number. All that money went into the company.
To the company.
That's money that has paid my staff, given them fare, given them lunch, and reopened some of our offices. Because our support comes from the public. That was a powerful message.
Yeah.
And it was a powerful message to show them that even if you put me in a cell, even if you jail me, because there's one thing I want people to understand. We are being fought by bigger forces. I don't want to say where these forces are coming from, but I need to understand that, number one, we've pissed a lot of people in the industry. Karo is a very disruptive company. Very extremely disruptive. We've changed the whole conversation about cars. Do you think people who've been in this industry 10, 20, 30 years are just going to sit back, watch a little boy who's 28 years old come and put everything upside down? No, it doesn't happen. Look at the case of Uber. Uber gets fought left, right, and center everywhere in the world. Do you know who fights Uber? The legacy taxis. Even I remember when Uber came into Kenyan market, circa 2015, 2016 if I'm not wrong. You can correct me in the comments. Uber vehicles were being banned by Kenyan taxi drivers. No, unajua wale ma taxi driver kangere, those ones wa kutega. They were banning Uber cars. Did that stop Uber from becoming what it became? No. In my case, I don't have a godfather. I don't have wash money back in me. You understand? Whatever we've built is through God's grace, na ile effort, ile nguvu ametupea kuweka effort. So if Kamali and I start seeing that the forces fighting me think they have the upper hand because they control the police, or you can have the police keep taking me to court on very silly charges that are based on commercial transactions backed by contracts, I will go back to the public. Yes, I will tell the public, this is your company.
Help me.
We sold 300 cars to you. I don't sell cars to foreigners at the moment. I sell cars to the general Kenyan public. We're the most engaged car sales company in Kenya with over 300,000 followers. Me acha niwaambie, if I get a problem, I'll go back to the public. And take this. This company, when it gets at a certain point, the public will own a share of that company. I will still go back to the public to raise more money. And I will tell them, ndio hii kampuni yenu, here are our statements. These are hapa ndo tumefika. There are a lot of Kenyans who want to invest in Karo. So it's their company. And everybody who contributed on the pay bill, by the way, has been added to our loyalty program, which will be launching very soon. So those are people who are going to be getting packs. Anytime they come to buy a car in Karo, they'll be getting special treatment. Because it showed me, I also did it as an experiment in order to see how much can the public support us. Within a day, we raised 700,000.
Wow. And how long did the contribution run?
I mean, it ran for 2 days, but within like the first day, then I don't know the figures. Been in Dubai for the last few days, I've not been really checking. But I can tell you for a fact that money has gone a long way. It's paid, like nimesaidia hata staff tumerudi. It's paid for some of our offices. The branches were almost close to losing. It's Kenyans who kept us back in business. There's nothing to be ashamed of. All these billionaires you see, Elon Musk, Nani, their companies are publicly traded. Elon only owns 25% of Tesla, or 20%. The other 70% is the public. So there's no harm in going back to them. You understand? And it's so good to know that some of the comments that people are bringing online are banter za Twitter. Twitter we banter one another. You know, Twitter is a toxic app. And we normally banter one another. But now people will just come and take those banters. But now going forward, I've said I'm not going to engage any celebrity, anybody in any Twitter banter. Because I've realized people will sometimes screenshot, and once you have a problem, they'll come and use those comments out of context to attack you. So going forward, I'm just going to maintain my peace as a monk. Niku meditate tu. As a monk, niko hapo tu. Love thy brother, love thy sister. No problems, Just go there, do my content, post my stuff. Enjoy positive.
And talking about that, Kenyans feel, or a lot of people feel like you put a lot of private matters out there. And the allegations are that probably it's what has landed you into, contribute to some of this trouble. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't think I agree with that. We are living in an era that of founder-driven companies. Unaona hii kampuni wenye tuko nao Dubai wananitembeza Uvinalis. Who's Juvenalis? Juvenalis is the owner of this company.
Yeah.
He's the brand behind the company. If 1,000 people are going to come to Dubai, they'll want to meet him. They'll want to know they're dealing with this company.
Yeah.
Tesla, at one point, I don't know if it's still true, but at one point Tesla did not even have a marketing budget. Do you know why? Because what kept Tesla going was the founder. Sometimes people don't buy the sometimes, especially in easy places that tech or companies that are trying to be very disruptive, the founder plays a very huge role. That's why when you talk about Microsoft, the name Bill Gates comes to you. When you talk about Amazon, Jeff Bezos comes to you. So we are living in an era where it's founder driven. A founder must be out there. You understand?
Yeah.
I need to connect with the masses. You see, they need to see us. You understand?
Yeah.
If I tell the marketing team at Kai & Karo, do this post, it might get 1,000 likes.
Yeah.
If I go and do a video explaining the product from A to Z, it will get 15,000 views. Now, what happens sometimes is that people now want to focus a lot more on my private life, which at times is bound to happen, like who I'm dating, what I'm doing, where did I go. And I feel at times Kenyans will take it out of context, but we cannot separate. You cannot separate yourself from the company you run. That is your ship. You need to steer it. Especially at this particular moment when the company is growing. People will come and support you based on based on how they see you. That's why you see me riding motorbikes, I'm flying, because I'm trying to sell that lifestyle of mobility. You understand? I'm a pilot, so I can sell you a plane. I'm a good driver, I can sell you a car. I ride motorbikes. If you want to buy a dirt bike, please talk to us. You understand?
I have a plug.
Yes, unajua kuna plug. But sometimes you'll post 90% about your products, then maybe post 5% about your dating life once in a week. And then the bloggers, of course, will focus on who you're dating.
Life.
They forget the other information.
Okay. All right. Having faced legal challenges, having faced, financial challenges, how is your mental well-being now?
I mean, I'm stronger. These things have surprisingly made me strong. Around November, October, I was teetering on the edge of depression kidogo, very, very close. But now from December, January, back to normal. So I'm just thinking it's just a challenge. We will overcome it. We will continue winning. We'll continue doing our thing. One setback, two setbacks won't stop us. So I'm back. I've gotten back my that energy.
You're getting back into your flow
normal
status.
state,
Okay.
And even if you came and shot me, I'll probably go to the hospital, have the bullet removed, and report to the office on Monday. You know, as a founder, sometimes you have to be really aggressive. You have to be very strong, and you have to remain focused. Nothing lasts forever. Challenges zitakuja zikupige 6 months or even 1 year. But after that, there's always a period for winning. You understand? Right now, this moment, like last week, I was in a cell. This week now I'm in Dubai. It's life. So you can't be there, crying. No, there's no such thing as a mental state. You need to fight as a founder. You just need to keep focused and maintain a positive attitude.
So throughout this period, who have been your major support system that you want to give a shout out to in case they ever get to watch this video?
No, I mean family. My mom, big up my sister, my aunt and my uncle. These are people who always came to court, supported me. And two guys actually. There's a friend of mine called Mbichi. There's another guy called Rema. Top G's. These are guys wananikosa online jioni wananiambia they come to my house and force me, let's go out. Twende we buy even a drink. Just don't. So I've realized who my real friends are. And sometimes you have to thank God for some of these situations. They tell you a lot about people.
As a pilot, as a young pilot, you said you still have some more. You said you have 10 hours or how many hours?
Basically done with school.
You're done with school,
it's basically just going to do a few flights there and just get the license. But I'm done. I'm like in terms of classroom, I'm done.
What's your role at Jetman and how does it connect to your Kai & Kairo company?
Aircraft sales and car sales are almost similar. Planes are more complex, but the technique is the same. The same way when we are selling cars, we need to know what a client needs, what the budget is, the legalities around the technical aspect. Same thing with planes. So if you're a very good car salesman, you can transition into selling aircraft, but you need to understand the technicalities about aircraft. That was partly the reason why I went back to school to become a pilot. So currently at Jetman, I'm the founder. Jetman is a very small team. We're only 5 of us, I think. They were actually 5 of us. So We have, I'm the pilot, so there are things I'll advise. Sometimes when you're doing trips, when we lease planes, you might find me flying as a first officer. You're just giving guests the experience. We take them around the Mara. We've done trips to places like Mount Kenya. So it pays to be a pilot sometimes. You're able to make content. People are able to relate to your company more.
Okay.
And then when it comes to the aircraft sales side, that technical know-how, you understand the technicalities of planning a flight, mission requirements. I mean, a buyer wants to talk to somebody who understands the product they're selling. So if I come and sell you a jet and I tell you I'm a pilot, you're more likely to be convinced by what I'm going to tell you, as opposed to somebody else in the industry who does not understand anything about the technicalities of an aircraft.
Yeah.
So it's a good balance. I mean, one side we are sales, the other side you're very technical.
Off camera, you are smart. So let's do a quick fire session and let's break the serious part of the conversation and see the fun part of you, okay? So if you were to trade your car collection for a private jet, what would it be?
G650ER.
Wow.
The extended range, it has to be the extended range. Yeah. Not G700, the G650.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the wildest request a customer has ever made to you? Wildest.
Pays me 40 million.
Yeah.
And tells me, I need that car in Nairobi in 1 week. We have to put it on a plane.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your life seems to be interesting and busy at the same time.
Yeah.
If you were to give it a movie name, what would it be?
Interesting. The life and times of Khalif Kairo. The life and times of Khalif.
Life and Times of Khalif Kairo on Netflix. Check it out.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. If you were to pick one, flying a jet blindfolded or driving in Nairobi traffic?
Both blindfolded.
No. Driving in traffic, like heavy traffic, and then flying a jet while blindfolded.
No, I mean, I'd rather drive. Flying a jet blindfolded will kill you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's one car you can never be caught driving?
Good one. Let me think.
We know you with Porsche. Is it Porsche?
Yes, Porsche is my favorite brand. Which car do I hate? That's a good question. I know there's one car I hate. Oh, the Juke. I hate that thing.
Juke iko tu sawa. What don't you like about it?
It just looks funny, man. It's just I don't know what they were thinking.
Okay.
I hate the Juke.
Yeah. All right. Being a public figure, you go through a lot. Now, what's the funniest rumor you ever heard about yourself?
I mean, last night I saw somebody saying that I don't know if I can say this. Someone said I'm gay. And I was like, and honestly, I laughed in the hotel room. Nilikuwa picha to Twitter, and I was like,
okay.
Like, he's gay, P Diddy, whatever. I was like, hey, okay, this is funny. That's the wildest thing I saw. That's the wildest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, and it's funny because when I'm very single, he's gay. When I'm dating, and I'm dating maybe one woman, he's a womanizer. You know, it's people always have crazy things.
Okay. So what's that one comment? What's that one comment that hurt you the most in the recent past?
You know, I see people trying to bring my son into the conversation, and you know, we've been having our own issues with the mom for quite a while, and I mean that hurts me because sometimes you feel like it doesn't have to get to this point. You know, insult me all you want, but just leave my mother out of it, leave my father out of it, leave my son out of it. Just come at me. Okay. I mean, I look at that and I feel, and I feel bad.
Yeah, that's for sure. I agree. I mean, if the issue is about Cairo and company, I think we should be more objective. Let's fight the company.
Come and fight the company, but not
the child.
But not going after my own personal. It just opens old wounds that I'm trying to forget and move on.
Okay. Second last question. Between you and your client, your clients and your mechanics, who is the best negotiator?
I think clients.
Your
clients will always push you for discounts. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, if you had to name your car dealership after a Kenyan slang word, what would that be?
Moti.
Moti.
Yes, Moti.
All right. Okay. I think that's it for this video. You've heard it all from Cairo. Thank you so much, Khalif Kairo, for joining us today, and it was a pleasure meeting you. And thank you all for staying tuned up until the end of this video that was proudly sponsored by Juvenalis Tourism. Please leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts regarding what Cairo has shared. And I'll see you in the next one. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and see you next time. Bye.